everyone! I spent today working on the camper, so I thought I'd give you a little update. Okay, starting on the outside, this little panel was locked, so I took the lock off and opened it up and found some kind of cool stuff, a lantern, horseshoes, jarts, actual metal jarts, which are illegal these days, so that was kind of a cool find. Tackle box. On this side of the camper here we have these things. This, I think, I've never had a camper before, so I'm just like guessing. This looks like water in, water out, probably a vent. Along this side there's this interesting little thing that says water only, and you open it up and it's like all gross inside, but it goes to a tank on the inside. I don't know if it's a freshwater tank, I'm assuming, for the sink maybe? I'll have to figure that out. On the inside, this is getting worse because I've had the door open so much, the weight of the door is actually pulling that out. Inside of the camper, here, this side looks the same pretty much as the last time you saw it. I took all of this paneling out today on the top and all of the insulation, cleaned up this side a little bit, and trying to figure out where the electrical wires go, where the pipes go, what's inside here, what this whole thing is all about. So this looks like a gas line that doesn't really go anywhere. I'm thinking maybe at one point there was cabinets up here with a gas-powered light, perhaps. I don't know why the gas would be coming up like that. The furnace is over here, and I found the line for that. The stove is over here, and I found the line for that. So this seems to be an odd little gas line just kind of hanging there right now. The electrical green goes to the trailer lights. The big black one goes from the power box and just kind of hangs here, and then it comes up here, and it's been disconnected. There wasn't a lot of electrical stuff. There's no outlets. I did find a couple of electric lights, so maybe there were a couple of lights here by the sink. But other than that, I haven't seen any evidence of other electrical stuff in the camper. When I redo it, I'll put in a couple of outlets, a couple of LED lights, maybe some speakers, things like that. I'm going to put in a solar power system. Again, something I need to learn about. But that's my plan there. Underneath the sink, we have some cords. I don't know what the red and the black are for. Perhaps they're for the little lights that used to be here. This big red one goes to, as far as I can tell, trailer brakes, which have been disconnected. There's a hose that doesn't go anywhere. The sink has been disconnected, so I'm thinking that those outlets on the other side is for the water to go out and in. Gas line there maybe goes to hot water, and the other gas line that goes to the stove. Most of the work I did today was on the back. I took out the rest of this paneling. On this side, took out the bed and the bunk. So remember last time I said I really liked this camper because of that bunk feature. Well, after taking it out, I realized it's not original to the camper. Just the way that things are put together. The bracket on this side, you can see was, hand done. That's not something that I think would be done in a factory. And this little, I don't know, it was put in afterwards, and it was supposed to hold the bunk up when you're not using it. And it's not, actually doesn't look very safe. So I'm thinking maybe I won't put the bunk back in. It makes it a little bit more spacious without it. I don't really need the extra sleeping space. So I might just leave that out and put cabinets up there instead. I could really use more storage instead of an extra bunk. One of the things I learned today is how the windows are put in. This isn't like a true restoration. I'm just restoring this for myself. I want a camper for myself that's safe and comfortable. It doesn't have to be back to the original condition. So I've had to ask myself, what am I willing to do and willing to spend to restore this camper and make it comfortable and safe. I don't want to have to take out the windows. It's a lot of work. It's going to mess up stuff on the outside. It's going to really, really increase the work and the money that it's going to take to get this camper where I want it. So I figured out how the windows are put together and realized that if I'm okay with some dinged up flashing, I don't need to take the windows out to replace the paneling on the inside. And honestly, I'm okay with some dinged up flashing. So that's how that's going to go. This is the water tank. I'm thinking it's for fresh water. It goes to that, that little thing on the outside that said water only. There's a valve here, an on-off valve. I don't know how much it holds, 10 gallons it looks like, not very much. And I haven't figured out yet where it goes to. I'm thinking it's fresh water. So, oh, and the coolest part, I got to buy a new power tool. So I bought this, I don't know what it's called. It's a vibrating cutter thing. It does plunge cuts, and I used it to get some of that paneling and stuff off, and I think it's going to come in handy. Actually, what I bought it for is one of the screws that was holding up the bunk was stripped, and I couldn't get it out. So I went to the hardware store and said, what do you got that's going to cut off a screw for me? And he showed me this and a couple other things, and this seemed to be the most versatile and something I could actually use for some other things. Those of you that know me know I love power tools. I'm more excited by power tools than I am by, like, I don't know, shoes and purses, and I don't know what women like. So that's where I am today. Still haven't decided what to do with this, if I'm going to take it out or leave it or work around it. I got some decisions to make. So that's where I am so far. Thanks.